Hey guys, what up? It's Goose TV here again today, and today I'm back with another Madden Mobile video on my channel. Now today's video, guys, we are talking about overall and progression in Madden Mobile 23. Today was another feature reveal stream for Madden Mobile 23, which is coming out on August 18th. The topics today was really overall and progression and kind of how the basic structure of the game is going to work, and that revolves around getting cards and how that's going to play out throughout the year. So in this video, I'm going to recap everything and give you my thoughts on everything that was revealed today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's try to get this video to 100 likes. So, I don't know if this video might be all over the place, but I'm going to kind of read through the gridiron notes. I will leave a link to this in the description, but basically it is going to be just outlining basically everything I'm talking about. Like I said, I will give some thoughts and things to this as well, and just like I said, what I think of what happened and some of these changes so far based off what we saw the last few weeks and what I see and have read through here. Madden Mobile 23 just looks like a better Madden Mobile 22. It looks like Madden Mobile 22 that is upgraded. It's taken out unnecessary stuff, maybe added some new stuff that's going to be just better in general. It just seems like it's a re-updated Madden Mobile 22 rather than, a massive jump from what we saw with 21 22, if that makes sense. So let's go through some of this stuff and just start talking about it. I guess I'll just read through and see what even makes sense to talk about. Obviously, the rarities are going to be the same, and then increasing overall is really, really important. I guess first of all, I should talk about a little bit about Madden Mobile 22 players transferring to Madden Mobile 23. So first of all, we've talked about this a little bit, but just some of the notes that were given. First of all, there will be a special trade for Madden Mobile 22 Marvels, which will help in obtaining the newest players in Madden Mobile 23. So all of your players will transfer over with a newer, lower overall. They will have slightly lower overall Madden Mobile 23 cards in the same tier. Marvels will be on par and comparable with the best Madden Mobile 23 cards, but Marvels should be good and rosterable for at least a month and a half or so, in quotes, and will probably start to fall off in terms of overall around September or October. Keep in mind that the cards you're going to get in Madden Mobile 23 will still be the very best cards. You're just getting a head start with your team right now, so all that stuff is going to kind of transfer over there. And leveling is going to stay the same this year. Leveling is going to be very similar. Levels will transition from Madden Mobile 22 to 23. Which is obviously, I guess they should transfer close to 1-to-1. I don't really care too much about that, but that's obviously an important part of the game, that leveling is going to increase your overall. So yeah, levels are going to keep there, and then we'll talk a little bit about how those are going to work to, boost up your cards and get higher overall there. A very, very big point that I want to talk about is presence and ranks have been moved from Madden Mobile 23. Ranks will give resources towards acquiring Madden Mobile 23 players. We've talked about this. This was kind of speculated, and it made sense. Ranks were just kind of stupid, and the big thing, you get an extra card. Unless you have, multiple of them, it's really not going to do anything if you get multiple of that same card unless it's at an iconic rarity. So the idea is this year there's going to be a lot of trade-ins with extra players that you have on your bench. So we will talk about that in a second, but that is a big piece, and that's what you're going to be able to do with your Madden Mobile 22 extra ranks to move them into Madden Mobile 23. There's going to be lots of trade-ins for new items and things in Madden Mobile 23. And then presence was something that really we didn't know too much about. I think it was kind of like an updated power. So they say that presence has been removed. So let me see exactly what they say about it. Presence and rank. We heard users did not understand what presence was or how it affected their lineup, which is 100% true. We also saw users did not enjoy ranks or ranking up their players. Also true. For Madden Mobile 23, we wanted to make sure everything is clear and has value to the user, so we were moving towards just having player acquisition and leveling as primary ways of increasing overall. A+, good change. That is absolutely necessary. Both of those. Presence was just a garbage power that nobody understood. You don't want something in the game that just makes absolutely no sense and is kind of in the background that nobody understands, and then people get mad when it affects their gameplay. I would assume there's probably going to be some sort of other power style. If there's not, then that's awesome. I hope it's just purely overall gameplay, but we knew last year presence is a way to affect your game and overall and everything. So if that's gone, that's the removal of power in itself, because that's basically what power was. Presence was basically power in itself, just reworked in a different name in a different way. So it sounds like that's gone, and obviously ranks, that's very, very important. Without ranks, levels received a lot of our attention. We have streamlined the process where users will only need to manage 2 total currencies for leveling, which is going to be training points and coins. So you're not going to have all your different crazy stuff. It'll just be training points and coins, which is nice. They're still working with the tuning on how many levels will be available for each rarity. More overall gain for iconics and epics from each level compared to lower rarity. Iconic rarity players will be able to increase their team overall at a higher percentage increase than lower rarities. Obviously, it's going to take more cost of those coins and training points. It's pretty standard, but that's really nice that we talked about this last year, that we knew last week that we knew coins and training points were not going to be in the game. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. Doesn't matter. They were not going to be in the game, or we're going to be the only 2 currencies in the game. And I think this is a good thing. It simplifies the game, makes it more streamlined, and makes it less confusing for everybody, which is a good thing. Everything we've heard so far has just been an upgrade over Madden Mobile 23, from Madden Mobile 22 into Madden Mobile 23. So I'm trying to see what else I can kind of talk about here. Player trades. Player trades are coming back. Core pillar Madden Mobile 23 is the ability to reuse content and keep content relevant. We don't want anything to have dead value. So older cards with lower overalls in each rarity will be rotated out of all the core packs in the game to make room for new players introduced in the previous months. Let's talk a little bit about this other stuff. Let me scroll up here. So the most frequent example is how users will be able to trade in players of a lower rarity for a player of higher rarity. For example, a user can trade in 7 rare players and get an epic player, which will have a higher overall than any of the rare players that were traded in. Users will also be able to select these trade-ups based on positional groups, so it's not a complete random pack. It's more of a select style, which is a more focused ways to chase the players need to fill out their roster. Obviously, a returning feature, which is nice, and it's cool that we're going to be able to reuse old players for something new, not just add up and make no sense. So that's pretty cool. It's another way to be able to gain some players and stuff like that. As we talked about, Madden Mobile 22 stuff will be traded up for Madden Mobile 23 stuff. And then talking about overall, obviously you're gaining better players to get better overall. You can increase the player's level, which will increase your overall. But the third and final way is going to be activating weight room boosts. We had something similar that came out a little bit later this year. But weight room boosts increase a player's overall based on positional groupings. We'll get more of that with Stefan next week. So we're going to be learning a lot more about that kind of stuff. But weight room is basically giving your team boost. So it might be similar to like last year. It's not going to be using other players. It's not going to be using players. It might just be playing events and getting certain items. Don't know exactly how that's going to work yet, but that's just going to be team-wide boosts, and we'll learn about that next week. That is really it for the overall progression style stuff, and there's a couple really notes about Madden Mobile 23 leagues. The new maximum league size is 20. I don't know exactly what this impact is going to have on leagues, considering I've never been a big league guy. I know there's still a lot of really competitive leagues out there. Obviously, it's definitely weaned down to what it is now, but what it is now, 20 is the max. There will be more ways to engage with your league. Don't know what that means yet. There are a lot of mixed feelings about increasing the difficulty in league versus league, so don't know if that's going to get changed, and league versus league screen will provide more information. So don't know what that means yet, but we will definitely find that out very, very soon. Overall in progression that's about it. I think I got pretty much everything. For the most part. Obviously, there's another part that I kind of want to touch on as well. Obviously, let's see. This does not mean the chance to earn certain players in the core game will continue to get diluted throughout the season. Older players with lower overalls in each rarity will be rotated out of core packs. Talked about that. It is also going to be more important to be fully engaged, acquire, and level up new players. They want to reward continual effort and long-term play. For example, come December, users who have been playing since the start of the season will be primed to earn top-tier content, while new installs in December will have to work harder for that top-tier content. They will be able to catch up with users who have been playing it a long time, but it won't happen overnight. Not the biggest fan of this statement. Obviously, it makes sense, right? If you're behind or if you're new to the game, I don't think you should instantly be able to get as good of a team. But at the same time, the way this game works is that's just the reality of, well, it's not really the reality of it. It's a very slow catch-up because a new player can't just come on and, go on the auction house, snipe a ton of stuff, make a ton of coins, and instantly catch up, right? You actually have to play the game, and with the way the game is set up, without the auction house, there is no limit to there is a limit. There is a set limit of stuff you can get from live events without spending money. So all free-to-play players are on the same level playing field. If they do everything that they're supposed to do, there's a cutoff limit. If you had the auction house, then that cutoff limit is not there because you have the ability to work the auction house, make coins that way. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. So it's really interesting, but I'm not the biggest fan of this statement, but at the same time, I also understand that you can't just give new players teams. I just think it should be just as easy to be able to get the stuff. I don't know exactly what the statement means, right? It's a lot of kind of hidden meaning stuff, I would assume. And the one thing that I don't like about the one sentence is they will be primed to be earned top tier content. New installs will have to work harder for that top tier content. I want to know what that means. If that means, you're rewarded for playing the game more, how that works, or if it's just, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer to catch up. I don't know what that means, but I don't like that, and we will have to see how that plays out. But guys, that is just about it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions and comments, concerns, anything like that. Let me know in the comments below. But guys, that is just about it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm the Goose TV, and I'm out. I will see you guys later.